Listen, the dragon! The Antam brought it here somehow.
They're fighting crows, and saying the dragon will break our meaningless resistance.
Bastards!
What's it done to my city?
Someone has to stop it.
Nice hit. We have to kill that dragon. Treviso can't take much more.
Over here! Taya! She's all right.
Rook, good. We could use another crow.
Even though killing dragons is not exactly our specialty.
Time to learn.
Where the dragon attacks, the Antam soon follow.
It is strong and fast. You must get its attention, then lure it onto the ground.
We'll figure out a way.
Drop your courage. We will need it.
Despair, ignorance, mortal confusion. Yet this city offers nothing better than a pawn of the Dread Wolf.
Gillenane!
Your patron could not stand against us ages past. He will not help you now. Give us the Dread Wolf's dagger.
Come get it.
Retrieve the knife and whatever else remains of these mortals.
Get ready. Watch out! On your right! Ready again. You can't take much more of this.
your strength elsewhere. Come, return to me.
It's going!
That was a close one.
You fought it off.
If Gillenane had him called it away...
It's more important that it stopped attacking the city.
Everyone with a home that still stands will agree.
That thing was tough. It'll be hard to put down for good.
What happened to Treviso would have been worse if you hadn't arrived when you did. I cannot imagine how much worse.
Still have to help with that dragon in Minrathous.
Let's go. We're here. What's the situation?
Look around. I don't know where to start. Treviso's all right. Lucanus?
Dragon got away before we could kill it. I won't make that mistake again.
But you hurt the one in Treviso. At least that's something. The Venatori had a clear shot at the palace while we faced a dragon we could barely hurt. The Viper drew it away from a safe house and took a claw to the gut as thanks. A healer could fix the wound, but the Blight's already in him.
I know of magic that may slow the corruption. That'll give me some time.
This is all you. The risen gods, the Blight, the dragon. Now the city's lost to the Venatori.
Rook isn't to blame. It is what it is.
Tension's a little high. You should go for now. I need to be here a while. See to things.
Lighted dragons. Darkspawn obeying the Venatori. Maybe Solas will know something.
When last we spoke, you were hunting for followers of Elganon and Gillenane in hopes of finding specifics. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elgranon and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
And they're using that power to hurt a lot of people. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Antam brought to Treviso. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The Blight. Of course.
The Blight seems to be the gods' favored tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elganon would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elganon and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Stop acting like you're so much better than they are. Your bullshit ritual would have destroyed the world just as badly.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the Veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The Veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the Veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
So best guess, how many deaths? Hundreds? Thousands?
At least. Those deaths would have been on my conscience. But the world would once again be as it should be.
Oh, and here I was worried.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I don't care what they call me. If they're calling me anything, it means they're still alive. That's all that matters.
Acceptance. You are willing to face the consequences your actions may one day bring because the world needs you. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes, we found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
So this elven god thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. The Shadow Dragons did all they could. The dragon was just too much. The moment the dust settled, the Venatori rushed in. Guess they knew it was coming. Nev's staying for now. She said she'll be back soon. But at least you took care of yours.
We heard it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
Treviso could have used a dragon hunter. That much is true.
Don't remind me. Fewer people injured, and we wouldn't have to worry about it coming back.
We should not forget the second dragon in Minrathos. We ought to see what we can do to help. However, there is no telling how long Nev will be helping the Shadow Dragons with the aftermath. Hey,
Let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Hang on a minute. Not only have you retained the services of a demon assassin, you're also taking advice from the elven god who attempted to tear down the veil.
Spite is my problem.
That's what they always say. Rook, Lucanus is one thing, but do you really trust this Solas?
Trust is such a strong word, you know?
So you don't trust him? All right then.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fade expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook, so we need a Fade expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fade expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
We've seen terrible magic. Old magic. It'll get worse unless we step up.
I see. Balara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, a Fade expert and powerful psychagog.
You will need him.
Where can I find him?
The Professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Rivaini treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Rivain coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
I hope someone can. We don't want to fight another dragon without help.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an Alluvian in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Delirium dagger's vibrating, like a song in a wine glass.
Onward, dweller.
That scent. I can't place it.
Coffee. Like Hilario and I smelled in the kitchen where we grew up, but that cannot be right.
Could be magic from the ancient elves.
Be ready.
The Anton here?
Take him out!
First the Crossroads Guardians, and now the Anton. Stay alert.
If what happened at Demeter's Crossing spreads,
The whole village, covered in blight, I heard. What could do such a thing? I hear it's Elganon.
when did the troubles begin?
Around the time Solus' ritual went wrong.
And I knew for sure.
Lucanus, if you lose control of Spite, I'll have to put you both down. No hard feelings.
Good. But you should know, all the people who ever tried to kill me are dead.
Here they come.
I can't move. Can't I move? Can't feel my legs. Not legs. Skin like bark. Trapped. Can't get out. Oh, it hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die. Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
This is how it starts. Emotion overwhelms the spirit, and it goes bad.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
Help them. Help me. I can't lose the Hola. We need the Hola. So
Death is too good.
Hey, yeah. This should be perfect. It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
Maybe if I see more of this stone magic, it'll seem less weird.
This is all new to me too, you know. Come on.
Being able to move the terrain's going to be really useful for a scout.
Getting up high, for good vantage.
Let's try it out, for practice.
All right. See this rock? I'm gonna move it. Oh, awkward. Why are you just standing there?
Do you want me to turn around, give you two some privacy?
But I did it before, when we were fighting Darkspawn.
We were in danger. Maybe that helped?
So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
You're thinking too hard about it. Maybe think less and feel more. Have fun. Go with what feels good.
Feels good. Right. Connection. Joy. Fun. You know, we would sometimes go to the shore of Lake Calenhad in summer. My friends and I would collect stones and see who could build the best rock fort. I bet my fort would be the best now. Oh. It worked! It worked! That was a great idea, Rook!
I haven't seen you look this happy in a while, Harding.
I know. Life, right? Let's not talk about it. I just want to enjoy the moment. Being around you makes me feel lighter, somehow.
We should do this more often.
Just you and me? People might talk.
About what? That we like doing stuff together? Ooh, scandalous.
Right. Right. Of course. Why would they talk?
Did you mean something else?
No. No. Of course not. I mean...
Are you blushing?
No. I mean... Yeah. You try moving rocks with your mind. I mean... I should go practice more. Shouldn't I? I should.
I wonder what's up there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
I'm on it.
Well done. Let's find another rock.
Bliss in oneness. A voice, a chorus.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? Huh. Just came to me.
Think you could clear a path for us?
You got it.
Look at that. You're getting good. Want to try another one?
Why not? Right. There you go.
Practice is really helping, huh?
I might even be ready for a bigger challenge now. So many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Let's get back to it. Practicing, I mean. Heard ya.
It's no trouble for you now.
I know. This is great. Leave it to me.
Look, the abilities are still strange, but at least you're learning to control them.
Oh, absolutely.
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
Please, someone! Anyone out there?
Someone's in trouble. We need to go.
I can't move.
Hold on. Up over there. I bet that's where he is. There's no way up from here. Let's look around.
How about if you move this rock? Here he is. Let's hurry.
Easy.
Maker, I thought I was dead for sure.
Harding wouldn't let that happen.
The rocks. How did you do that?
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk. Ugh. Okay.
You keep disrupting the Antam. I'll keep you stocked. Safe travels.
A journal about seeing Venatori and Crow meeting spots.
Useful to know.
Let's dig around some more.
Occupy. The insult.
It's more than insulting.
It's salt in the wound.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt. But more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
You're a Crow, and a Deriva. You're expected. Forgive Thea. You know how she gets when a contract is delayed.
You're apologizing for her? Strange days.
On that, we would agree, and perhaps more.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord Butcher Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The Butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. We all know assassination is not really about killing. It's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
We Crows are all the army Antiva has, but it's not like we can field a garrison. Outside support?
The king would say to call on us. The price for being patriots.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the Butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information? Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
Butcher Dathrata. What do you know about him?
The Antam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. And the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the Butcher himself is odd.
Odd how?
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here. And I won't have it.
So we send a message from the Crows. What's our first step?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the Butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our Crow and help with his contract.
Help a fellow Crow. Then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The Crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free. I've noted the location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus may not trust you at first. Because you're Qunari.
The occupation makes it difficult to appreciate the difference between regular Qunari and the Antam.
Let's go.
So, the Grey Wardens have griffins.
What of it?
It's another secret your order's been keeping.
What does that mean?
Wardens act like the heroes of Thedas. but they hide just as many shadows as they fight.
And your crows are saints?
No, but we don't pretend to be. We're honest about our work. Come on. Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Let's try here.
Monster bones? Really?
For Hassan. Think of it as a bribe to stop him from chewing on the alluvian. Treviso. I barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary. And then there was the dragon.
You miss just being here? Without the chaos?
I used to think it would never change.
A potted plant?
For Harding's garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
Welcome.
So, you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in, a long time ago now.
Welcome. We've got all kinds of crystals here, both magical and natural.
Whatever you need.
Here's the place. Velara mentioned the Daedalus seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team?
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katerina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me. And I was her favorite. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
If the butcher cares so much for Treviso, welcome. Mariana and I run the best fruit stand in Treviso. The Antam remind me of my husband. He was an Arab, you know?
Cafe Pietra is just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin? Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. So, have we done enough Three Crows in a coffee shop chatting about nothing to bore the spies?
Just about. The most persistent one gave up when Lucanis started getting all romantic about the roasts.
It's a very good roast. So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
If she was here in Treviso to kill Katerina, she can't be in Virantium already.
Rook's right. Zara's giving you a false lead, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Zara would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave it to me.
He's gone.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Your cousin only seems to hear about one word in 10.
He's always been this way. He hears what he wants to hear.
So are you glad to be back in Antiva?
It doesn't feel real yet. And it wasn't this fool of Antam when I left.
I haven't gotten used to it either.
They say taste and smell awaken our strongest memories. For so long, memories were all I had. But whatever the circumstances, the here and now is a much finer place to be. How's your coffee?
Strong enough to take down a god. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost.
Good to see you. Irulan and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed, and don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready.
You've been quiet.
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the Ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Aha! Now you know what it's like to have a voice in your head.
You know, I don't care for it. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The Children of the Stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the Deep Roads. Maybe there are other people down there with magic.
You going to drag me down to the Deep Roads?
I will absolutely drag you with me wherever I look for answers. I'll check with my contacts in Orzammar. The minute they give me a lead, we'll go.
It's a date.
A date?
I mean, a pre-arranged time and place for a specific activity. Unless you wanted it to be a date.
I, shouldn't get ahead of myself. Who knows if my contacts will have anything to say.
Right. Let me know.
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
Any day you spend with the 7th Talon is a good day.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh, right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Thea waiting.
For me?
People are energized after seeing that dragon run out of Trevis. Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Thea.
For Caterina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Thea. This is just too much right now.
Lucanus would have stayed in the base drinking coffee if I hadn't agreed to come along.
Andraste, save us. I swear these boys are exactly the same. There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Caterina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes. Of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Hilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Caterina? How? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
Boys, enough of this. We have other things to discuss.
My apologies, Andrea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
Seemed like that went well.
My cousin has never taken anything seriously in his whole life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come. I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Caterina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Hilario, as usual.
I barely know your cousin, and he already seems like trouble to me.
Oh, he is. I've lost count of the times I've had to pull him out of the fire on the job.
He's a good assassin. Most jobs don't have as many fires as yours do. I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Thea.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
Aren't these the old fools?
Receiving your message was quite the surprise, Stripe.
Veil jumpers are in trouble. They could use our help, if we can find them. This map is a good start.
The Demon of Virantium, huh? And they called you that before the demon.
Ah, you don't have that enchanted barbed arrow in your quiver because you think it's pretty.
It is, though, isn't it? The red shimmer is the enfeebling magic, and the spike tip is designed to splinter inside the target.
Very nice.
I thought you'd like that. That's an assassin That's a windrunner.
Now's your chance.
You were saying?
I thought you'd like that. I really hope I don't have to use it, though. Cost me a lot of gold.
That's why you only have the one.
Well, I only need one. Especially from this close.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yanarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
You picked me. I'm so flattered.
Well, of course. I know you. I mean, I don't know you yet. Not that. Anyway.
Just lead the way and I'll follow.
All right, now we're going to check the crystal alignment, Fade connection, and the Lyrium reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it. Every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right, sorry.
Forget it.
All right. Go team.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Belara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly.
Of course. See you soon.
So what was that all about?
What was what all about?
That tension, it seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Here we are. The artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of time for repairing walls. At least until someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random example. Okay, see those 2 power crystals? The ones that aren't glowing? There should be a couple of replacements, charged ones in the room. If you grab them, I'll make sure the artifact stays calmed.
Okay, new power crystal is in.
Great, and the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Was that a possibility?
Always is. And there we go.
So it's calmed now?
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure, sounds good. So it's
nice out, at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right? Found one.
Great. Bring it over here and put it in the socket.
So what did this artifact do? Before it was called, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it, every 30 minutes. And for some reason, you'd hear chanting while it did it. Not sure what that was about. Okay, reserves replaced, which means... there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do, I know.
I'm happy to help. Besides, you're fun to spend time with.
Really? Oh, I mean, that's so nice. I like spending time with you, too. Okay, one more to go. Not too far now. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that, as a Veil Jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. Well, we're helping lots of people. Everywhere. I like that.
So how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Some of them like to try and blow up when you do it.
Found the other crystal.
Great, slot it in. There. Done.
Hey, you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
Right, yes. But does it have to be done by you? Any Veil Jumper could do this work, right? Why not let them help?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough? When it counted? I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
Laura, I'm...
My brother.
What?
Back there. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
It's okay. Well, no, it's not okay. But not because of you. Syrian. That was his name. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Notister Thalin. Figured it had the answers. Or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
I'm sorry, doesn't feel like enough.
It's something, even if it doesn't fix it. Syrian, he felt responsible. For our people. For me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan. Hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking. Trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
that he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook, thank you for being here.
See that? Bad guys.
End this! Good work, Rook.
Huh. A giant owl. Must be something to this. Those statues don't look right.
That's not stone. That's wood. Those were people.
What happened to them? It's like they were frozen. This is where Taynor was headed. There's Blake here. She didn't mention that.
Maybe she didn't know.
Oh, not good. That relic ended up blighting Oros.
Got it.
Darkspawn. Wait, is that? I think that's Taynor.
Don't just stand there!
So sorry, Taynor. You didn't deserve this. What's that there, by those bushes? A collar? This says... Gus. Wait. The tracker Taynor talked about was a Nug. Oros' companion Nug. Let's get you home, little one.
I hope Taynor is all right. I haven't seen her in days.
We have no defense against that.
Tis true. The gods' workings project elements of the worst kind of blood magic. And what...
That's Gus! I wondered where he was. Haven't seen Oros or Taynor in a while either.
I'm sorry. Gus was the only one I could save.
Oh, creators have mercy.
So you say.
Poor Gus. Do you think he understands? I suppose I'll look after him now. Oros wouldn't want him to be lonely. Thank you, Rook.
You're throwing well.
Pros love a good zip line.
Thea told me you were fearless. Threatening the demon of Hyrantium to his face certainly proves it.
You know, it's actually the opposite. I'm afraid of what you are.
I'm brutally honest. She didn't mention that part.
I've seen demons. I know how they can corrupt. I know it won't even be your fault if it happens. But I won't let someone else turn on my friends. No matter how scared I am.
Good. Keep your bow close.
Meat! Fresh meat!
Oh, I have chicken and fish. If you don't want to eat, keep ducking.
Of course. Whatever you need.
You won't find armor like this anywhere else.
Why is this butcher always...
There's the place. Keep your eyes open. We may not be the only ones interested.
He was my cousin! They killed Darren! They killed my cousin! On the left! Got them! Now's your chance! We need to blow through.
That's done. Are you Jacobus?
Dareth, my cousin. Please, you have to finish Dareth's contract. It's about the Butcher. My cousin was going to spy on the Butcher. He told me we'd pick up the contract from a dead drop. But then... someone has to finish this for Dareth. Please.
We will take care of it. Go back to the diamond.
I will, just give me a minute.
That note said Dareth should pick up the contract at the usual place across from Taya and Viago. Just follow the marks. The crow who dropped it off left marks for Dareth to follow.
I saw something like that on a wall we passed earlier.
Let's go look. It's a crow marker. Real tricky to throw. That's gotta be Dareth's trail. Keep an eye out. Another mark this way.
Not even an army stops the Treviso market.
I've always loved market days. Except for when they're occupied by Antam.
You cannot help but flinch whenever I use my skills. You think, this time he's definitely gone full...
Here's another crow mark.
What was I talking about?
You cannot help but flinch whenever I use my skills. You think.
This is where the marks lead. Dareth's contract must be... The Butcher is making poison. Comic.
The poison that destroys your mind? That comic?
Kill the Butcher. It'd be a good way to keep people in line.
We cannot let the Butcher unleash this on Treviso.
He won't. The Antam brought in a comic master to mix the poison. He's at the garrison. We stop him there, before this goes any further. Hold on. Over we go. Take them out, quick! We're in. Let's find the comic master.
beat the crows!
End it quick! Still alive? Still alive.
Outsider, time to test my gift. I am will made flesh, so much flesh. Finally, the fight the Butcher denied has come to me! To prove my worth!
The crows are here to end your threat, poisoner.
Poison? You face the gift of the gods!
Butcher.
Ask questions after it's dead. Keep at it. We can't let this thing out. Done. The comic master's dead.
Good. That's good.
First things first. Let's destroy the rest of the poison. Then we figure out what was going on here. That's the last of the poison, thankfully. Let's look for anything else that explains what's happening. Wait. This note says that wasn't all the comic. The Butcher's angry because some went missing.
What? Who stole it?
No idea. But the note does mention the Butcher's inside traitor. The occupation had help. Taya and Viago need to know they were right.
Are you out of your mind?
I
I told you crows to stay out of this!
Out of what? Defending our home?
If we had a stronger civil government instead of a bunch of circus criminals, the Antam wouldn't have a foothold in the first place!
Circuses charge admission. We did all that for free.
This is Governor Ivenchi. They have concerns.
My concern is how you've endangered the city.
We're defending Antiva.
These protections are in place for the good of everyone. You act without oversight.
We crows are the oversight.
And yet, here we are, awash in Antam. And now, you've angered the Butcher.
There's also the gods.
Excuse me?
They're using the Antam and making them monsters.
And the Butcher?
You two were right. He had help taking the city. Human traitors.
I didn't want to believe it. Killing the Butcher does nothing if someone could just sell us out again.
I'd start right here. You Talons are known for infighting and betrayal.
I've had about enough. A fellow crow died for this contract.
That's enough. Rook, thank you for finishing that contract. The only reward we have is to ask you for more.
I keep track of how many favors you owe me.
Ivenchi is right about one thing. The Butcher will not like that we're fighting back.
We need to be ready. Rook, I will have every crow tracking this traitor and the gods, and we will send word when we find something.
The stakes are too high. This should be left to proper officials.
Go back to filing trade receipts, Ivenchi. The crows rule Antiva.
And Treviso will be free. With or without you, Governor. There's an interesting letter there, Rook.
An art merchant has information on the Antam?
Mistress Trela would not waste our time. Visit her gallery and ask her what the Antam are up to.
I promise he's not sending you just for some exposure to Antivan art.
Our patrons expect crows such as Rook to know a little about Treviso's artistic trends.